Let's talk about bullying. There's bullying, physical and verbal, and then also cyberbullying. And bullies, they will sometimes just pick one, two, or maybe all three. And you know how schools say there's no bullying policy, and we all treat all students equal, and we helping them. But no, there's a lot of in the Western world they use they're picky towards a certain group of students, and also bullying. They don't really get fixed, and the victim also gets suspended if the bully does something to the kid, and the victim decides to fight back. Because in the hallway, of course, the bully tries to, whether they're making fun of the victim's looks, or how they're dressed, or they're trying to demand their lunch money, or since they're weak, or maybe they're labeled a nerd, they will pick on them, and the kid gets and it goes for under a few days, and the kid decides to fight back. And you know how guys that hit guys are, usually taller guys, and then girls may say some stuff about other girls, and or to get up in their face, and then maybe they touch them, and they're agitated about it, and then the victim fights back in self-defense. They're trying to get away from the fight, but the bully keeps bothering them, and then they have to like hit them back. Unfortunately, otherwise they're helpless, and they'll get beat up. And then a teacher or a staff member or faculty will see this, and they'll take the bully and the victim to the principal's office, and then you know what happens next. Both gets sent home. The bully gets a vacation, and the victim misses at least one or how many days of school. And it's not even their fault. Because we've all heard of like a racism, or maybe offensive stuff that also happens to people, whether they're a certain race, or maybe they're religious, or regarding LGBT, their sexuality, and maybe they get bullied for that, or maybe they have a certain medical or mental problem that they may have to take pills, or they need special help. They get picked on, and the bullies, of course, they'll prey on those kids. And you know what? Those kids from a different race, or different religion, or beliefs, or sexuality, yeah, they get picked on. And while special posters or symbols notifying the student who is autistic, or Also, they put up the rainbow flag for those the LGBT students to feel more welcome. Unfortunately, there will be students who just target the students for other reasons. Well, if one student says a certain saying, and another student and chances are the school might not understand it until unless the victim explains what that means. And it's not a like made up term. It's a racist term. And if the school understands, they'll make the bully write an apology letter, and you probably and the bully probably won't do it again because and if you are in a school where there's a diversity of students from different races and different backgrounds, you might be lucky. But if you're a student that only one or two are different from others, you might have to deal with a difficult situation. And while some people will also, some bullies will probably use certain differences as an excuse to get you in trouble, whether you actually mistook their sexuality instead of they say that my name is whatever name is, and then they're saying I am whatever whatever they say they are LGBT thing. But if they didn't tell you first and then you just mistakenly said it, and then they'll try to blame it on you and get you in trouble. That situation. And there's we've heard about what the African Americans that thing that happened in the old days. That the U.S. Had a civil war, North versus South, free the slaves, keep the slaves. That situation. And there are people who still feel oppressed about ancestors, and if you don't support certain something, and then you'll get bullied about it. And then there's also this political stuff that if you don't like a certain politician, you also get bullied for that too, and watching this all unfold. Even some teachers can be biased or they can be only one-sided. What they have their beliefs, they think this is correct, and whatever student thinks that this is correct, they'll defend that student, and they don't have some respect for the other student, or maybe that teacher is racist. We have had that occasion, or that happened here or there. It showed up on news that teacher that doesn't like the student because of his or her race or what they're eating or treat them differently. And then there are the kids, classroom kids who are like friends with that student. They get concerned about this and they tell the parent of that kid. So why do teachers get away with this kind of stuff, and then principals they don't really do anything about it? But not all schools act like this, so keep that in mind. But unfortunately, there are a lot of schools they ignore their no bullying policy and they will just wave it off. And why does the victim have to pay for it? We could literally just have someone come in. This is why we have child and youth care workers or who come into schools to help kids who are troubled or having to deal with bullying, and then they can discuss this, helping the schools system do better. And the fact that we have to rely on child and youth care workers or other people who aren't from the school but they work with the schools, the fact that we have to bring these people in, it is just concerning that what the education system is like. And they could also do something as though they could investigate, question a bully, question a victim. What caused this to happen? Why did you do it? And the victim, how did you respond? Why do you think you wanted to respond this way? And of course, the bully deserves to get punished for what he or she did. And maybe if faculty of a school, like teachers or a staff member, if they were choosy, they also deserve to pay for it. Because there are the teachers out there who have this favorite student, and they're like, I don't like that kid. So they will also bully that kid. So if the Western schools actually did better and actually stuck to their no bullying policy, parents wouldn't have to come in and talk about this or say, I'm homeschooling my kid. Or choosing a private school, which is expensive over here in the USA and Canada, but it's a plan B or plan C. So if you're an educator, step in, push the bully and the victim aside, and discuss with both sides, and help them make the decision there, because the victim doesn't deserve to have to pay for something that he or she had to do self-defense for. And they have every right to defend themselves. if they have to. That's why we have I've heard of school shootings when you don't help your students present them turn them from their from great students to what people like to say villain arc. And luckily, there are educators out there who do agree with a lot of people who do think that schools should do better, actually support kids who are being bullied, and instead of just waving it off and let the bully take a vacation away from school and the victim paying for it for something they didn't cause and didn't start. Because if you didn't start the fight, and you, and if you have to defend yourself, yeah, why should you have to pay for something that, you know, schools do better.